agents like Ryan Serhant, Mike Sherrard. I've spent months, hours watching all of their content, going through exactly their funnels, funnel hacking them, and all of the top realtors across the entire industry, across the states, across Canada. And I've found a lot of similarities, and they basically all use a funnel exactly like this. So by the end, you'll know exactly what they're doing. I'm going to show you why most lead gen platforms fail, why a lot of times the lead quality is terrible, and what you can do about it. I'm going to show you different pathways to trust and how you build trust with people and pre-sell them before you actually speak with them, which is the whole premise of this and exactly what these agents use. I'm going to show you how to get high quality traffic, how to use a pre-sell page, how to basically add them to your database, stay top of mind, and get a listing appointment with pre-sold homeowners. And I'm going to go through all of that in this video. So starting out, again, exactly what they use. Why do most lead gen platforms fail? So first of all, there's really 4 different things I've seen. I've spoken with hundreds of realtors every single month. I've tried a ton of stuff out there and spoken with other lead gen companies. So what I see is that these people, there's a lot of things that they do, but it really all leads back to low quality leads. If you've tried anything before, Facebook ads, Zillow, Realtor.com, in some cases, some agents have good experiences. So I'm not going to just hate on it like it's terrible for everyone. So this is just a generalized statement from what I've seen. And also when I ran Facebook, Instagram, Google, all those ads out there. First of all, the lead quality is so low because there's just a lack of targeting. You're not able to target people actually in the market to buy or sell their home. And it's like, then who are we targeting? And that's exactly the point. You're just targeting someone scrolling on their phone, scrolling on their computer, who has no clue what they're actually looking for because they're not looking for anything. They don't have intent. Second part is it's all generic. That's one of the things I don't understand is everything out there is so generic. People are posting generic images. People are paying $1,000, $2,000 a month to some social media management company for them to post just generic stuff. That's not going to encourage anyone to go and give you a call if they're thinking of selling. You're not giving them anything unique. They'll just go to the realtor next door who's posting the same thing, and they're gonna be like, okay, you guys are the exact same. Why should I pick one of you? I'm gonna go with the person who's actually producing real content that provides value and is actually being authentic, because people can just see right through that. They know, okay, obviously this is automated. And this is the reason when, if you've ever ran ads before, what a lot of agents do is you have this generic stuff, people click on it, you end up calling them and they say, why are you calling me? I never clicked on this. I don't know who you are. And you gotta think like they don't know who you are. You weren't anywhere in the process. Even when they click on something on Realtor.com or Zillow, which is why a lot of those platforms don't work as well as they used to, because there's so much competition and people can see right through it nowadays. You need a way to build trust with these people. And that's exactly leads me into the third point, which is there's just a trust deficit. So no longer can you get away with just saying, hey, if you're thinking of buying or selling a home, give me a call. You can't just run generic ads, generic copy and paste stuff, pay a lead gen company to send you these people. Because even if they send you the best leads in the world, what's going to happen? They're not going to know who you are. They don't care about you because you haven't provided them any value. You haven't built any trust with them. So how do you think you're going to be able to convert them? And then lastly, you're positioning yourself as a commodity. With a lot of these companies, what they do, they're working with so many agents. People see the same thing over and over. Get your free home valuation, get your list of homes, get XYZ, get a downsizing guide, stuff like that. And it's like, they've seen this over and over. If you've seen it multiple times, how many times do you think these homeowners have seen it, especially in the bigger markets? It's like, you're just positioning yourself. When you do that, you're almost shooting yourself in the foot, because it's like, okay, I'm here I am. I'm like all the other agents. I'm doing exactly what they're doing. Yeah, you can get a couple conversions here and there, most likely, but to really create something that's sustainable for your brand, you can't be positioning yourself as a commodity in the long run, right? You need to position yourself as someone of high value. And that's exactly how like agents like Ryan Serhant and Mike Sherrard both built their brand. And it all leads back to really just low quality leads, which is the complaint I hear so much from agents. That's the main thing. And when I used to run the ads, I found the exact same thing. And this is pretty much why. It's kind of like an iceberg. Cold traffic conversion is multifaceted. That's a lot of words right there, but really what it means is a lot of the lead gen platforms are focused on the quantity of leads because they don't understand the marketing cycle. They don't understand that you can actually nurture someone into a high quality lead. I will say there's a caveat. A lot of people think you can nurture someone into a high intent lead. I don't think you can really create intent in someone. That intent is they already have it before. It's a preconceived feeling. They either have intent in selling or they don't. If they have a little, you can build that up. And this is what you need to do. You need to build trust with these people. And the way you can focus on those people who have more intent is by targeting and is by building trust. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you. And what Ryan Serhant and Mike Sherrard both do is utilize a platform where you're able to actually do that. So The next part I want to go into is how do you build trust? Because real estate is all relationship based. People go with the realtor they trust the most. So how do we build trust? There's positioning, which is crafting unique market presence to foster trust. There's video, which is basically engaging audiences, providing something of value and unique, standing out. And then value, again, I mentioned value, but giving tangible benefits to earn these consumers loyalty, right? You're not just trying to bring in as many leads as possible. You're also building a brand in the process, which is how big agents get people just calling them, because they've already built the brand, they've built that loyalty. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do and how they do it. The first part of it, with right here video, it's all going to be through high quality traffic. So I think anything high quality is anything video, which is why I'm making this video, why I have a YouTube channel, why you see the biggest people in the world have channels, is because they realize that video is the highest quality traffic possible. No one cares if you take a picture of yourself and it goes viral, because even if people see it, they're not going to trust you. You're not providing any value. You're not showing how you're unique. So you just need to be on video nowadays, whether you like it or not. In pretty much all the industries, what I see a shift. After I speak with marketing agency owners doing 60, 70, 80, even some doing six figures per month. And what they're all doing is switching over to fully video content, fully video ads, because they see that these images aren't cutting it anymore. So that's the first step. If you're still using images, start getting comfortable in front of camera. It's not going to be perfect. Even now, I'm still not good at it. I've been doing it for a couple of months, but it's just about consistency, getting yourself out there. That's how you create high quality traffic. It's how you build a loyal fan base almost. And you can easily do that in your market. There's so much brand equity at stake, or to gain in your market. And the opportunity cost of you not doing it is going to be significantly higher than you think. Just think about that. In 5 years, you would have wished you started on video. You'd have wished you were posting stuff. Now, I'm not talking about, you don't have to post 2 videos a week for the next year. There's also a way to fast track that, which is what both these realtors do, and what a lot of the big people do out there with the big brands is they do YouTube ads. So it's really the same thing as a video. It's going to be a bit more targeted, but that's what you're paying YouTube for, is to push it out, and you're able to target these people who are actually in the market to actually buy or sell homes, because YouTube is owned by Google, if you didn't know. So what you're able to do is target someone who owns a home and is looking up homes for sale near me. How can I sell my home fast? Realtors near me. And it all comes down to finding the people who are at the bottom of the funnel, who are looking to sell. They just need someone to help them facilitate that transaction. Right? So whether it's someone who needs to downsize, maybe they got divorced, something like that, we're going to focus on those people. There's still going to be people who are just looking to sell because they want to maybe they want to move out of the heat, not as pressing of an issue, but we want to focus on those more bottom of funnel people who are already looking to sell. And that's why these top agents use YouTube ads, is because you're combining all of these aspects. You're building trust, you're providing value, which is the one other thing I need to say is in these ads, it's not just a call to action fest where you're just saying, hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling, give me a call. I do this, this, and this. Here's why I'm so great. Nobody cares, right? Different is better than better in today's market. So you need to position yourself, your unique selling proposition, as unique, as different. That's how you build trust with someone who's never seen you before. After you get that high quality traffic, we need a way, how are we going to actually convert it? This is what a lot of people do. They get the traffic, they send it straight to a form, and there's really no friction. That's why anyone becomes a lead. That's why you get these leads. They still have no clue who you are, because you're not creating friction for someone to join in, right? You want to make it seem almost kind of exclusive. So when someone clicks on it, you want to bring them to a pre-sell page, because in today's day and age, real estate is just 100% trust and relationship based. We need a way to continue to pre-sell these people before they opt in. So by the time they get to you, they're already going to be sold on you as a realtor, you as a person. And that's, think about how much easier that is going to make your life be, right? So after that, we need to go through, how do we build trust? This is the exact pre-sell page strategy that they use and that I use for the agents I work with. First of all, you have the call to action in there. So that's obviously the main point. We need to get their information, but we need to build trust while doing it. So we're going to have social proof, we're going to authority stack, and we're going to have a video intro. So the structure on this pre-sale page is the second they click on it, I want you to have a video right there where you're basically going over the next steps and just positioning yourself as the authority and providing social proof. You can do all of that in one video. When people book a call with me, I have a similar thing. When they click on a page, I authority stack, I have social proof, all that stuff, because I see the value in it and it's what works. It's just using psychology. But if you have all of these All of these four little buckets, you're building the foundation. That's how you're going to get really high quality people coming in. That's how these top agents do it. Now from there, what you can do is add them to your database after they're already warmed up and they're pretty much ready to go. So what the cycle looks like is you're going to capture the lead, you're going to nurture them with value, and you're going to retarget with content. What a lot of agents do, they capture a lead, they throw them in a long-term nurture. I'm going to tell you, those are just not great. There's so many more effective ways to do it, one of which is retargeting with content. Now, I think it's good to an extent to nurture these people, have long-term drip sequences, as long as you're actually providing value. And what I would recommend is, rather than just typing a whole paragraph in an email, because realistically, no one reads their emails, including me. Why not email video content that you're making, right? It doesn't even have to be paid content. You can email organic content that you have where they're seeing, okay, this is a real person. John is staying top of mind with me. And when I'm thinking of buying or selling my home, I'm going to go with him because he's provided me all this value and he clearly knows what he's doing because he's sending me videos talking about exactly that 24/7, right? So just think about that. How can you switch out your generic emails and stuff, even if it is personalized? Think of how much better a video seems, how many more people are going to watch a video rather than reading a paragraph, right? If I put this entire video into text and put it on Twitter, it would be a whole chapter of a book. Who do you think would read that? Nobody, including me. I would be way too bored, right? But when you put it on video, it conveys so much more trust. You're able to provide visuals as well, like what I'm doing right here. And it's no different with real estate, with what you can do with your clients or your potential clients. And from there, we want to retarget them with content. So we're not only nurturing them with content, we're going to retarget with content, what retargeting is. I know some agents are familiar, some aren't. So I'm going to explain quickly. Anybody who clicks on this, who enters your database, we're able to track those people and just target those people specifically. So what we can do is just stay top of mind across Google, Instagram, Facebook, all those platforms. And that's where I see the benefit of Facebook and Instagram. I don't think they're good for generating leads. You're not going to get many deals from them because the lead quality is so poor, but they're great for staying top of mind because you can just retarget the database that you already have. You can upload a list and just stay top of mind by retargeting 24/7. Which is why if you ever clicked on a pair of Nike shoes, you looked up Nike or something like that, you're just going to be hit with Nike ads literally everywhere. And it's no different for real estate. You'll have the same omnipresent effect where you're positioning yourself as the go-to person, as the person who's literally everywhere. And the realtors that I'm working with who do this, they get people even an hour away recognizing them, being like, I saw you on YouTube. I had a check-in call with a client earlier this morning. He said, when he goes to the gym, he has like 20 people coming up to him saying, hey, I saw you all over YouTube. I saw you on XYZ platform, right? And that's also part of it. That's obviously not the main goal, just being a celebrity, or at least it shouldn't. But it's going to be a byproduct of you getting out there, building trust, and creating demand in the market for yourself and positioning yourself as the authority. Now, from there, that's all great, but it all leads back to how are you actually going to get the conversion? It ends to a listing appointment with a pre-sold homeowner. Right, it all funnels back to that appointment. You can get as many views, as many clicks in the world as possible, but it means nothing if you're not getting actual conversions, actual money, actual listings. That's the whole point. So this is kind of a recap of the funnel. We're building trust. We're pre-selling our services, and we're focusing on the details, and that's what leads to a successful listing appointment. Think about it. By the time these people get on an appointment with you, they're not going to be asking all these questions about, oh, let me see your track record. Can you do this? I'm talking with another agent, because they've already been through your content. They've probably seen you 30 times. Think about how much they already trust you. It's the first time you've ever spoken with them, and yet they've seen you probably 30 or 40 times. They've already felt like they've had a conversation, multiple conversations with you, which is the power of video. And that's the exact system right there. If you do want to learn more about YouTube ads, about how this system could look in your business, I have a free 3-hour training all about YouTube ads from A to Z on my channel. It's going to be in the description below. Otherwise, you can comment masterclass or course and I'll send it to you. And if you do want to chat with me, see how this could work in your business, have me set it up, you can also book a call with me using the link in the description below. Other than that, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.